going to do is just the questions that I've been asking regarding what does this mean to the district. I'm going to highlight some things to me, and I'll point to some of the details which are in the construction website, as well as some key detail behind the finances, which was presented on the website from December when the board was presented. So in regard to obviously the impact on kids and learning, there's no question that the full day K piece has been discussed by many as far as a key rationale, and that would be realized. The 5-6 building, for me, transitions happening over 1 year would happen over 2, which I think is important. Addressing facility needs at 4 elementary schools is also a step in the right direction. In relationship to the financial questions, I'm just going to cut to the chase. What does this mean? When you look at 64 million and 35 million, obviously we're looking at a lot of money. We're very fortunate to be able to cover those using existing capital funds. The recurring piece was an area that I ended up diving into, and I in December, you can go on either the current construction site or look back, and it has it in the December presentation, and it's detailed out, and I think that's a fair projection using 25-26 numbers on how that $8 million was mocked up. That's a recurring cost to us, and that's a significant investment to make full day K happen, as well as the operational staffing would be an add for the 5-6 to occur. The tax impact with these projections is about $56 per year over 5 years on the average assessed taxable value at 186.5 for the average day for the average home in our school district. So when I ask questions regarding that, there's a chance that could be a 4-year phase-in, not a 5. Dave can explain that, but with that said, I think the 5-year phase-in is a fair or reasonable, even close to worst case cost scenario when you look at all those positions. So I wanted to highlight those because a lot of the questions and emails I had came to me regarding that cost. There's a lot of opinions about a 5-6 center. I do think when you look at a 6th grade only school, my perspective on it, transitioning kids in 1 year and out in 1 year, that's a lot of change going on with a kid, as well as relationships both with the sending schools and then the schools that would be receiving these kids, the middle level. But that's my viewpoint on the 5-6. I know I haven't seen a lot discussed on that end of it, but obviously it does play into the solution with the K. In regard to the enrollment boundaries, I just want to say that I know that I think the cart and the horse happened here in discussions about that. There's no decisions made on that. I've looked into that, and I know people were going through some exercises about the what ifs. And my commitment from our team is that we work closely with the board to be explicit about what the goals of that process would be in the future if the 5-6 buildings happen, as well as what does it mean to the rest of the district and how it fits in not only with the elementary schools, but obviously with the high schools. And the goals would have to be prioritized because everything can't be a priority when you consider where kids are going to attend school. Hard decisions would need to be made. So those priorities would need to be very explicit and clear with the community. And then I think it would be our role to come up with a solution that would be aligned to those priorities. So if things move forward here, that I just wanted to share that because that's not part of this. We didn't do that. So that's my summary. I just want to make sure I hit it. I know a lot has been hashed out. Although I was working full time, I did dial in from afar and watch some YouTube conversations over time. I see some familiar faces in the crowd too, and I appreciate the engagement over this. So that's all I have.